Hey Sean, Demetrius here. So here's this video I told you I'd put together for you. Just really kind of give you a better understanding of what it is that I do and how I do it. And so what I did is I typed in kitchen remodel Salem, Oregon, and as we scroll down here and you look, you see this is the map pack here. Now this is some prime real estate because about 40% of the people that are searching for any particular service, in this case kitchen remodels in Salem, are going to stop here in this map pack, right? So they're either going to call, click on the website, or fill out their information on a contact form on the website from one of these three businesses here. And so if your business is able to show up in this space, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to get some business just off the fact that you show up here. Mainly because if you're in this space, you looked at as kind of an authority in your space, and Google kind of gives you the thumbs up there. Now, what allows a business to show up in the map pack is obviously having a Google listing, which I didn't find one for you guys. I searched multiple locations, but I couldn't find one for you. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get a Google listing up and get that fully optimized. And so that means business description, hours of service, good contact number, obviously listing the website, and then start accumulating some reviews, right? The reviews are social proof, right? It shows that that you not only know what you're doing, but you can do a good job at it, right? Especially if people are going to make an investment, like having you come into their home and remodel it, right? The reviews help. Obviously, you see that this JC remodel down here is able to squeak in this spot with only 7 reviews, and so it tells me there's some opportunity in this space. Now, as we scroll down, we have the organic listings. And kind of one of the things I look for is if I see a business that is showing up in the map pack and organic, right? Success leaves clues. And so the thing with Google, right, it's an open book test, and it'll show us what we need to do to actually go in and outrank the competition. And so in this case, Dale's Remodeling shows up number 1 organically and number 2 in the map pack. And so I kind of want to take a peek and see what these guys are up to. So I dig a little deeper. This is a tool I use called Ahrefs. And right here, it shows me the list of keywords that they're ranking for. So obviously they're ranking for their brand name, right? Which generates about 80 searches a month. And in first position, they're getting roughly 30 hits of traffic a month to their site just for their brand name, right? Next is Remodeling Salem, Oregon, and that gets about 20 or 60 searches a month. And in first position, they're getting 20 hits a month to their site, right? So what we start doing is you start adding all these numbers up, right, for the different keywords, and you see that from brand name, Remodeling Salem, kitchen remodel Salem, right? All these different keywords, especially the ones that have the particular service and location in it, right? Upwards of 3, 4, 500 searches a month, and roughly in that top spot, you'll get 30% of those to your site, right? So, if you're getting 100 searches a month to your site in particular, right? Depending on what your price points are and ability to close business, that could be some huge numbers to your bottom line, right? And so, let's take a look at your site keywords, and currently this is what you're ranking for, right? Built Integra, Integra Portland, Oregon, Integra Portland, Built Oregon. Which none of those really have buyer intent behind it, and it's also not your brand name, obviously. But so even just that, right? Like you see the search is kind of low. In position 2, you're only getting 4 hits a month to your site, and really that's about it, right? And so it's lacking there, which we've discussed that already. And so one of the things that helps with that is content. When it comes to ranking a website, about half of ranking comes through content. So let's take a look at this Dale's Remodeling. So you notice right off the bat they have call to actions right at the top of the page, and pages, right? About us, pretty deep. Contact us. One thing they don't really have is service pages, or I guess they do down here. Yes, they do, which they have quite a bit. And photo gallery, right? And products and services and content, right? They have blog here that they're linking out to, and some content. And Google normally likes to see anywhere between 700 and 1,000 words of content on the homepage. And these guys have not quite there, but they had a decent job going, obviously, enough to be in the number one spot. Here they have a YouTube channel, which they've linked a video there, which they get some votes there to their site, and I'll talk about that in just a moment. And then they kind of list out their services that they offer, right? Kitchens, bathrooms, sunrooms, etc. And so listing those things out as a page as well. Then they also included their Google map listing again, right, on their site, which again helps them rank. And so let's take a look at your site. So again, just kind of right off the bat, right, no call to action at the top of the page. Because if I'm looking to get a remodel done to my home, I already know I want that, but how do I get a hold of you, right? So that immediately it's kind of a turn off, right? I got to go to contact us, but then that's going to take me to another page, right? I want something where I can, especially most people are searching from their phones. So if I can just click a button and it's going to call you and I can get on the phone with you, that's better. You got a decent amount of pages. Services, let's take a peek. Not bad, but it could be better, right? And so, especially for these, right, all these different services, you want that to be its own page, right? And the more content, the better. The more Google's going to look at you as an authority in your space. So, homepage, not a whole lot of content here. Maybe 50, 100 word, maybe 100 words tops, right? And again, throughout, right? Where's the call to action? Where are the call to actions? None. I'm going to go on to the next guy. I'm going to go to your competitor, right? So we want content, and using these keywords, right, throughout the content. Remodeling, Salem, Oregon. Kitchen remodel, Salem, Oregon. All of those things help you become an authority in the eyes of Google. Then the next thing, last but not least, probably the most important, is backlinks. And backlinks are essentially votes to your site, but not all votes are created equal. And so if you look here, these guys have a little over 2,000 backlinks coming back to their site. And out of that, only 194 are actually sending votes to their site. And traffic, they're getting, almost 230 a month, and a value right now of $700. Right. Now, again, like I told you, a lot of their hits are going to their Google listing, right? It's coming here, and then the fact that they occupy this just kind of solidifies here, right? So people are just going here rather than going here, and that's kind of why those numbers look the way they do. But then let's take a peek at Integra, right? And see, look at the difference, right? You get 21 backlinks, but out of the 21, only 4 are actually sending votes back to your site, right? And one of those is probably your Facebook page, right? Which is really trust flow right here. It doesn't, actually build up your site, which is why you kind of see that number here. Now, just let's take a look again at these guys, right? And you here. So the best way to explain backlinks really is through relevance, right? So the more relevant site that you're linking to, the more votes it sends to your site. So if you're linking to, say some home builders in Portland or Los Angeles or Dallas, Texas, Miami, right? It's going to send more votes back to your site than if you're linking to, say, Pizza Hut, right? Because you're in the business of home building or doing remodels and renovations, not selling pizzas, right? So, kind of the key takeaways I want you to leave with here are Google listing. We got to get one up, and actually for every location, we want to get one of these up and get it fully optimized so we get you in the map pack, and then reviews, right? Start getting reviews here, and then for the site, right? We want content, authoritative, keyword rich content, right? These keywords that I mentioned, right? We want those on the homepage and throughout all of the other pages as well, but most importantly the homepage, and then backlinks, right? Votes to your site. We got to get those votes there because that's what helps drive this, and that's what drives up traffic, right? That's what brings the traffic. Here right now, we got 5 traffic. We want this and more, and we can do that. So anyway, there we go. If you got any questions, give me a shout, or if you want to see, kind of talk about what next steps are, just give me a shout. You got my number, or just shoot me a text or something. We can go from there. Thanks.